Say suppose you are into service industry. Is there any requirement of inventory over there? No. Right? Say suppose you are into an industry or a business where there is no requirement of tax. For example, you are into salt business. Is there any taxation involved? Not required. But inventory is there and accounts is there, right? So you can just select that I want to integrate or integrate accounts and inventory, and there is no requirement of tax, so you will say no. Okay? Understood? For service industry, you can say only accounts and GST. There is no requirement of inventory. Or sometimes it happens that some person is being given tally and he is just a godown keeper. He is just a godown keeper. So for godown keeper, is there any requirement of taxation or accounts?
No.
Will he deal into purchase of goods, this, that, blah, 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 Sunday debtors, Sunday creditors? No. He is just bothered about how much item is coming into my warehouse, how much item is going out of my warehouse. So he will not get into all this trouble. He will deselect all this and he will only select inventory option. So that is the reason Tally has given the permutation and combination of these particular 3 items. Okay? Right? So accounts, inventory and taxation, 3 things. Now, as I have just told you, you can select only accounts, you can select accounts with inventory, you can select accounts, inventory and GST. Right? Like a normal FMCG business, like the business I have, I need to select all of them. Or you can select accounts with taxation. For example, you only have a service industry. Sure. So let's go ahead and see it in practical. So this is the screen that you have got once you have created the company. Now, as I have told you on the slide, there are 3 options. The first option is accounts, maintaining accounts, then inventory, maintain inventory, and the third option is
Taxation.
Under taxation, as I have told you about TDS, right? And I have also told you about GST, right? So it will tell me whether you want only GST or along with the GST TDS as well, right? As you get a GSTI number, in the same way you have to also register for TDS number. TDS number also you have to register. You will get a TDS ID or number. Okay? Now this is the normal thing that you will see. If I go on this, show more features, and if I say yes, there will be more options. But under the same things only. For example, under accounting, it will ask me whether you want to maintain the accounts bill wise. I'll tell you what does that mean. And whether you want to enable cost center. First, let us finish this. What is the first thing that it came? Or should I do yes and see everything at one go? Sure. So what is the first option there? The first option is maintain accounts. So as I told you, if I am just a godown keeper, I will say no here. So sundry debtors, creditors, cash, blah blah, nothing will come. Only items, inventory you can maintain. You can create an item by item, and you can do input and output. Okay. What is the second thing it came here? Enable bill wise entry. So what does that mean is, once you create a sundry debtor, once you create a sundry debtor or a ledger of a party. So sometimes it happens in your business, in practical, you will say that I am selling goods to you, you need to pay me the amount within 90 days, boss. It happens?
Yes.
Bill to bill. This bill you pay me in 90 days, another bill you pay 90 days from the day of you getting the item. Right? This is important now in MSME law. What do you mean by MSME?
Micro,
small, right? So, like if I'm not wrong, 4 months or 6 months back, finance minister got up from night. So you know what happens if finance minister get up night? She will give some rule. So what she said is, okay boss, now what happens is, if a person is purchasing the goods from MSME, if a person is purchasing the goods from MSME, he or she needs to pay the MSME within certain days only, like 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. If that days are exceeding, then this person is liable to pay extra amount, or the purchase he is making cannot be taken into income tax law. It will be considered as expense or income. So in that scenario, the person has to maintain in their books of account when the item is being sold, when we receive the item. Sometimes it happens that she has taken me goods on 1st of April, 20,000 rupees.
4th of April, 30,000 rupees. 6th of April, 40,000 rupees. Club together, for example, it is 70,000 rupees. Okay? Example I'm saying, not exact max, right? Now she will not give 20,000 one time, 30,000 one time, 40,000. She will come and say, take this 50,000. So I don't know out of which bill she is paying me 50,000. So when I make the receipt of 50,000, Tally will give me the option to select against which bill this 50,000 is coming. Understood? So first bill 20,000 paid, second bill 40,000. In that 40,000, 30,000 paid. In second bill 10,000 is due, and third bill is due. Is what has been shown. Any doubt?
No.
You will understand more when you will do practical. Just try to understand the theory, and then we'll definitely do the practical. So that feature will help over there. Now the next feature is enable cost centers. So as I told you, I work for HSBC. Did I tell you? I work for HSBC and I'm yellow belt certified in there. Six Sigma yellow belt certified. Have you heard about Six Sigma? Six Sigma. I told you, right?
Yes.
So I'll not repeat myself. So I used to prepare a report for the CEO of the company of HSBC. What report I used to do is, whenever HSBC is purchasing any software, for HSBC there is nothing called inventory, right? Because it's a bank. So for them, purchasing is purchasing software, right? So when they purchase software from any third party, a single branch will not purchase a software. Yes, right? So they will purchase as a whole for the entire country or for the entire world, right? But each branch will have its own revenue. Each branch will have its own balance sheet, so that they will know which branch is doing well or not. Whether the branch is profitable, accordingly they will make the decisions, right? So whenever they purchase the software, this is what I used to do, that's what I'm saying, right? Whenever they used to purchase the software, they pay the amount to the third party from whom they are purchasing. Now whatever amount they are paying, they have to collect it from the branches. Now which branch is using that particular software, according to the usage of the branch, they used to collect the amount. If you are sleeping, please stand up over there. Don't mind about it. I know the AC is very good. If you are feeling sleepy, stand up. Your eyes are very bright. Okay, na? Okay, please don't sleep here. Respect. Okay? Now, so this head office who used to purchase the software used to give this to the branches, and each branch, according to the usage, this head office used to collect the amount from that branch. So when giving the software and collecting it, the branch is called the cost center. So this much cost amount or this much cost is being collected from there. So I used to prepare that report for the entire world. So software is going and this much amount has to be collected from each and every branch, and this has to be shown to be CEO of the company, right? So cost center is nothing but that. So if you have multiple branches in your business, you can make the cost center for each branch, and accordingly you can work. Apart from that, in GST law, there is one concept, I'll tell you about that, that is called ISD, Input Service Distributor. So what happens in Input Service Distributor? Say I'm telling you in between certain concepts for better understanding. This is not related to Tally specifically, because I don't feel that, I'll just come and do whatever I have to do and I'll go. Because I have been taught like that by my mentor, Pradeep sir. Whatever knowledge I can pass, I'll pass. Because some way or the other, you will be benefited with it. Knowledge will never go waste. Okay. So there is a concept called Input Service Distributor, right? So what happens? The same example, same thing happens. What happens is, this head office will take the software. Now this head office is the Input Service Distributor. It will in turn give the services to other branches. For example, a CA is there, right? I am a business. I have got 5 branches, and each branch is an individual business from me. I told you, right? I can take 5 or 26, 36 GST numbers. How many GST numbers I can take?
35.
35 under one pen, right? So I am the head office. I have got 5 different businesses, right? Each business will have its own balance sheet, right? Each business will purchase the goods and sell the goods individually according to their requirement, right? For example, one person is into clothing. He will purchase shirts and he will sell. One person is into FMCG. He will purchase soaps, goods, whatever, and he will sell. So when purchasing the item, they will get the input of the tax, and then the output of the tax will happen. I'll definitely tell you what do you mean by input and output. But while taking the services of CA, individual branch will not take the service. Yes, no? Right? As a whole, CA will serve the main business. In turn, it will serve all the branches. He will prepare the balance sheet for everybody because the PAN number is one. In income tax law, he has to show according to the PAN. Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Right? I'm not intentionally saying that. Now, this CA will charge to the head office. And head office have to, because head office is not into business, right? From where the revenue will come?
Businesses.
From where he will give it to CA. So this head office will accordingly take the charge from the branches. According to the turnover of the branch. Right? So when the goods are purchased, for example, I am purchasing from her, an individual branch is purchasing from her, I will pay some tax to her and I will collect the tax from the consumer who I am selling the goods. Whatever will be the difference of tax, I will pay to the government. So input and output will be there. Right? But for head office, there is nothing called output or input. Right? So whatever he is paying, he will pass on that input to individual branches according to the usage of that service. I know it's a bit heavy, but you will eventually understand it. Okay? So that is the reason cost center has been used. What is the third thing?
Cost center for interest
Enable
calculation.
interest calculation. Sometimes it happens that I will say that, "Well, boss, if you don't pay me in 30 days, I will charge you this much interest about after 30 days. So you can select yes over. Next, let's come to inventory. Right? What do you mean by inventory?
Stock.
Stock or goods, right? So you can integrate your inventory with accounts. Right? What is the next point?
Multiple price
And
levels.
enable.
Multiple price levels.
So who are already there in business, you might know about it, that sometimes it happens that you will not